Imagine looking back to a time when the universe was younger than a toddler, just 600 million years after the Big Bang. And there, scattered across the cosmic dawn, we find tiny glowing red beads. 3 of them in particular, impossibly bright, impossibly compact, and possibly something we've never seen before. The James Webb Space Telescope has found little red dots, and they may rewrite how the first black holes and galaxies were born. To understand why these red dots matter, we need to travel backwards, farther than any human eye has ever seen. A telescope doesn't just see distance, it sees time. And JWST looks so far back that it shows us the universe when it was still forming its very first stars and galaxies. This period is called the Cosmic Dawn, a time when the universe flickered on like an old light bulb warming up, stars and galaxies appearing in scattered bursts across the darkness. When astronomers pointed JWST at the darkness, they expected to see the first tiny galaxies, faint, fragile, and slowly growing. But instead, they noticed something peculiar. 3 tiny crimson dots, compact, extremely bright, redder than anything expected for this early time. And they didn't look like galaxies. They looked like glowing embers, tiny, but with the light of millions of suns. These became known as the little red dots. Why are they red? Not because they're physically red, but because their light has stretched during its 13 billion year journey. This stretching, called redshift, happens because the universe itself is expanding, pulling the light like taffy. It's a bit like hearing a fire truck drive away. The sound stretches into a lower pitch. Light does the same thing. Here's the strange part. These dots are incredibly small, smaller than our Milky Way by a factor of 1,000. Yet they shine like quasars, some of the brightest objects in the universe. To produce this much light, something extremely energetic must be inside, something powerful enough to fit inside a region just a few light years across. That's the problem. Our models say nothing in the early universe should be both this small and this bright. One explanation is extraordinary, yet increasingly likely. These red dots may be homes to early black holes, growing at astonishing speeds. Imagine a black hole inside a cocoon of gas, materials swirling around it, heating up, glowing intensely. This creates an object that looks like a star, but isn't a star at all. These may be the seeds that grew into the supermassive black holes we see at the centers of galaxies today, the ones millions or billions of times the mass of our Sun. JWST may be seeing these seeds in their first moments of rapid growth. But there's an even stranger idea. Some physicists propose these dots might be something completely new, something called a black hole star, an object that blurs the line between star and singularity. A black hole star begins with a black hole, but not the kind we find in the modern universe. These form in the very early cosmos, when gas was dense, hot, and flowing freely. Instead of collapsing into an empty vacuum, the newborn black hole becomes wrapped in a huge, puffy envelope of gas, hundreds of times larger than our Sun. And here's the incredible part. The black hole at the center begins to feed, drawing the envelope inward. But as the gas spirals down, it heats up to millions of degrees, releasing so much energy that it pushes back against gravity, inflating the entire object like a balloon of glowing plasma. It's not a normal star, powered by fusion. It's a star powered by a ravenous black hole, shining because of the energy released as matter falls inward. In this way, a black hole star can grow astonishingly quickly, far faster than a lone black hole surrounded by empty space. It's like giving a young black hole its own fuel tank wrapped around it, letting it consume itself brighter and heavier every moment. If this theory is correct, then JWST may have caught these exotic objects in the act of forming, black holes wearing the disguise of stars, appearing at a time before galaxies had even fully taken shape. These red dots aren't just curiosities. They may answer a question that has puzzled astronomers for decades. How did supermassive black holes form so early? We've observed black holes that existed just 400 million years after the Big Bang, far earlier than expected. We didn't know how they grew so fast. But if the little red dots are early black hole seeds or black hole stars, the mystery begins to unravel. Of course, science thrives on doubt. Some astronomers suggest the dots might be compact early galaxies shrouded in dust, or extreme starburst regions where thousands of stars formed at once. But the latest spectroscopic data hints strongly at something more extreme: broad emission lines that typically mark the presence of a feeding black hole. Whatever they are rare, and they appear suddenly, like fireflies at dawn, around 600 million years after the Big Bang, and then disappear again by 1.5 billion years. So what are the three little red dots? Newborn galaxies? Infant black holes? Or an entirely new class of cosmic object? One never predicted until JWST turned its golden eye to the deep universe. Every time we build a better telescope, the universe becomes stranger. Not because physics changes, but because our view sharpens. Somewhere, in that faint red glow, lie the answers to how everything we know, every star, every galaxy, every planet, began its long journey. If you'd like to see more discoveries from JWST and the mysteries of the cosmos it continues to reveal, consider subscribing. And tell me in the comments, what do you think the little red dots really are?